Hey everybody, it's your friend Kevin. Today's Friday, the 2nd of December 2022, and we're going to get right to the cards. There we go. So again, we're using Angel Messages Tarot by Radleigh Valentine, images by Dan Craig. So I'm going to go ahead and do my normal shuffle. Thank you, angels, archangels, Father in the sky, Mother in the earth, and my guardian angels. Thanks for the message for today, and may it be received for all. So be it, and so shall it be. One more little go, and I'm going to pull straight off the top. So we have the Knight of Earth. Interesting, the Knight of Earth should be shown here as a woman, but that's okay. The cards have no gender, or at least the angels don't. So your guardian angel message in this is being organized, being responsible, and also it's an energy of supportedness. Now, I find this quite interesting because the woman is standing in a field of green, which I would say is kind of like the energy of spring. And then we've got full bloom flowers going on behind, and then the fall at her head, and then the winter. So she's carrying all of these seasons, everything upon her. This is basically the Earth card, or the suit of Earth is all about your stuff, all about your material things. This may be a day for contemplation. I'm not really understanding why in her mind, in her head, she's got this vision of a horse. Let me see if I can pull this up a little bit closer to the camera. There's like a horse galloping away, and then she's clutching on to her money. I think the Knight of Earth, the energy of today for the Knight of Earth, is really to be looking at all the stuff we've gathered, all the blessings we've got. All the abundance that's here and coming. But maybe it is a day of gratitude, a day of getting your thoughts into perspective, as opposed to being scattered, as opposed to being discombobulated, as I like to call it. You know, there are those days where we feel like we've got a lot going on the physical plane. There's very little time for anything of a spiritual nature, and this is really just about holding it all together. Supportiveness is the idea of knowing that even if you feel like the dish has run away with the spoon and the cow has jumped up over the moon, you are still supported by all of your heavenly angels. You know, Earth card is the last suit in many of Radleigh's decks. It is about the stuff. Everything else discusses the internal elements. This is discussing what is going on the outside. And a Knight being a pretty pivotal, it's a young feeling. It's basically a pivotal part of the suit. So if this is a situation, you might feel and find yourself with a lot to do. And it's just suggesting you get better organized. I might suggest that you start with a list and what is the most important thing and what has you gnawing on the most. Have a little think through any plans that you've got and write down notes that come up. The things that come up as your intuition, those are your messages, but it takes a little bit of a discipline to get quiet in order to do it. You should ask for counsel, not just for people that you know, that you trust, that have got your back, but also your energetic, your energetic counsel, the counsel on the other side, your spiritual board of directors. I think once you start to look through these notes and you ask for sort of the help of other people to get you organized, then I think it's time to roll up your sleeves and take each one of the things on your list and move through it to completion. They could say, that it kind of dispels procrastination if you're one that puts things off. The Knight of Earth is one that just comes in with this vim and vigor. Vigor, it means we're coming in to sort this out. We're going to get this put to bed once and for all. This card doesn't always serve as a reminder that your guardian angels are waiting to help you. It's also, well, maybe it does serve that they are here to help you if you're feeling overwhelmed. Maybe that's what I meant to say. Now, for people who are feeling overwhelmed and people who do get in the habit of procrastination, look at this card as a very loving, kind, and loyal friend. Someone who is going to come with endless patience and a big heart and a big sense of humor, and a person who can help you accomplish amazing amounts of work in a short time. So stop stalling on those projects. Get it all moving. This card, look at it as a very friendly ally, a person on your side. Now, the angel message according to this book is, hold on there, dear one. We know you're ready and raring to go, but there's the little matter of having a plan. And that plan needs to be addressed. This is not one of those situations where you just jump in both feet without fully understanding the big picture. You'll also need to be clear on your details. So cool your heels until you have figured everything out. I'd say that this really talks to me about having a methodical plan. Now, that might sound like, and I know, I love these guardian angels up here where they tell me you're waffling, you're babbling, you're going. I love that because it almost makes me want to land this Knight of Earth. And I have to say, all of you out there that comment on a regular basis, it truly does help. I, for one, typically have a plan and I'm typically organized. But when it comes to the physical effort of rolling up my sleeves and getting to it, no, that ain't happening. Sometimes my sleeves are rolled up so high and I'm getting to it so much that I am like a tornado. And I'm looking and listening for what is important. There's also a message in the procrastination is what you're holding on to and what you're not necessarily wanting to organize and get to. I'd say that is a big puddle of fear. It is the fear that I'll never get it done. And that weighs heavily. When you don't believe you'll ever get it done, you keep on not getting it done. Look at the solution of how is it going to feel when it's finished? How's it going to feel when you're through with it? How's it going to feel when your certificate's on the wall and this big course of study you've got to get to seems overwhelming? That cupboard under the stairs that picks up nothing but junk and dirt. Imagine the incredible space that gets created once all of that's cleared out. And yes, I, for one, don't like muddle. I just don't like it. It makes me feel discombobulated. It makes me feel out of sorts. It makes me feel all kinds of ways. But what I really don't like is the mess that's created when it's all coming apart. When you're pulling all that out. When you're looking at a plan and saying, how am I ever going to accomplish this? I've got this to do. I've got that to do. I've got this to do. I've got that to do. I was reading an email from someone this morning. And my heart was going out because they were saying they had meetings upon meetings and school upon school and this and this and it all out there. And I could hear and feel the frenzy of where do I fit this other thing in? That's that's kind of connected to feeling that if we don't do all this, we won't get there. That's the other thing that's just that naughty thing of the ego. If we don't do all these things, we won't get. We won't get. We'll be left out. Someone won't see us. Someone won't have us. We won't have got it. Someone else would have got it and we didn't get it. All right, my friends, I love you. And this is what I want to say to you. Someone else taught you all of that. Someone else taught you all that craziness. All that. You better go. You better go get it before they run out. Have you not noticed your email filling up with stuff that says, buy this, 3 hours left, 4 hours left, 25% off, never done this sale before? It's all come, run, go, get. There's no plan. They got a plan, but it leaves you with no plan and a pile of worry. I'm listening and my guides are telling me to tell you, well, tell them how to do this. First thing I start with is thank you, Archangel Michael, for cutting the energetic ties to anything that no longer serves my higher purpose. Done. I feel these almost like blades. It's like a white blade and it's sort of spinning like they do when they cut the wheat at the end of the season. It goes around in front of me like a car wash. Think of it. Rolls up underneath me, comes up behind me, goes up the side of me, goes over the top of me, and it's doing this. It's rolling all the time. It's white. And then I've kind of got this fear of all these blades cutting those energetic ties. And then I see Archangel Michael in front of me holding his hands out. And then in both these hands, he's holding a sapphire crystal, right? And this sapphire crystal gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And that sapphire crystal is almost like a helmet. And here he is placing it. And then it sort of becomes like a mist. And it's all going around, but nothing can penetrate it. So that's the first thing. That's my visualization for being safe and being free. And I might say it 3 times. I am safe and I am free. I am safe and I am free. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we're done with protecting ourselves from anyone that wants to tell us to do something else. Then, I know I have right now, in this minute, the time to do something. And it might be I'm going to put a plan together. Now, if you're one of these people that knows that you're responsible for these things today, first question, what or if or are any of these things serving your highest purpose? What is any of it, right? If all of it is, great. Work on a plan to be really organized with it. If there's a couple of things on there you'd sooner not do, be honest. You can say, I don't have time. You can say, this doesn't fit into my schedule today. Any of those things. Do not lie. Don't lie about it. Don't make excuses. An excuse is another procrastination. You could get in touch with the people that you're supposed to do something with and say, I've looked at my schedule for today and I'm seeing that that I am getting a little concerned that I'm not going to give you or this situation the time and energy it needs. Are you willing to take a rain check with me? Because I simply have to beg forgiveness and bow out. If you ask somebody for forgiveness and you bow out and you are honest and truthful, I don't want to disappoint you. I realized I'm doing this because I really felt like you wouldn't like me if I didn't. I mean, that sounds like a sappy little excuse, but at least it's honest and you're acknowledging what you've got to do. And I'm using this as an example, not telling you how you should do it. But what I want to get to is take back the power. Procrastination is not taking back your power. Procrastination is letting it go. And now my guides are saying you're getting into a class that you don't need to be in. That's just be helpful. Find a plan, get organized, use your guardian angels, and call upon some friends to help you. Done. Listen, I love you. I so love doing this. Let me know if there's something I can do that would make this more organized. I don't know. Until tomorrow, have a great Friday. Bye.